I'm talking to Madelyn Reyneke. She's a disciple in the central region of the Joburg Church of Christ. Hello, Madelyn.
Hello, Vida. Nice to see you.
Great to see you too. Madelyn, I wanted to ask you if you would just like to share your story of how you became a Christian.
When I was 14, my parents separated and we moved to Johannesburg. And the next school year, in 1989, I went to go and look up a friend of mine who was a family friend, very close family friend. When I found him, he invited me to church, and I said to him, "Well, you know what? You'll have to ask my mother, because she's the one that that's my guardian." So my mother said yes, but before I go on, I would want to say one thing. I've been praying to God to take me to a church where I know He is. I knew something was missing in the church and that I was going to. First time I stepped into the Johannesburg ICOC, I knew it was God's church. I knew I wanted to be there with all my heart. Just seeing the disciples loving each other from different races, that was just so amazing to me. And just knowing that at that time it was still illegal for us to meet together, but yet God was still working powerfully. And 3 weeks after I joined the church, I was baptized into the church and into God. And I'm so very, very thankful for the 32 years that I've been around.
Okay, that is awesome. So I'm sure that you have seen a lot of things and experienced a lot of things in the 32 years. Now, what are some of the highlights of your time as a disciple?
Wow, there's so many of them, but I'll talk about a few. You know, the great leaderships that we had in the beginning, like Ron and Lavanya, Ambijit, and Mike Tolliver. You know, going from a small church building in Braamfontein to Millpark Holiday Inn to Brixton Rec Centre to Yeovil Rec. You know, the first time we went to the Standard Bank Arena and just seeing the growth, that was amazing. You know, when we had the goal to have a church, also when we had the goal to have a church in every city of 100,000, that was just amazing to see. You know, seeing the World Leadership Conference here in 1995 in South Africa. You know, seeing many lost souls baptized, even seeing my own mother baptized. You know, the 25th anniversary was amazing. And the 30th anniversary, just thinking back, standing there and thinking back about how when I became a disciple, we were only 100 disciples. And one of the other highlights was seeing the first mission teams being planted in Africa in July 1989.
That's awesome. So, what encourages your faith? You know, what keeps you going?
For me, what encourages my faith is just remember Jesus dying on the cross and why I became a Christian in the first place. Also, friendships with fellow believers. More than once, they've pulled me through when I thought, no more, I can't do this.
And what are some of the ways that you've been able to serve in these last 32 years?
That's sure. I've done a lot of serving in different ways. You know what? When I was younger, before I got married, I served in kidszone. Then I got married, and me and my husband together. I also, as a single, I led a single mom's Bible talk. When I was older, we went to Botswana, and there we also got to lead the kids zone, and we got to lead all the marrieds there. Sure. And now at this moment, me and my husband are serving in the kids zone together again. And I'm just happy to be able to serve God's kingdom and God's children. And in between there, I served a lot on other things. I also did some singing. I did some communion. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, what encouragement can you offer to disciples who are struggling right now, either with a chronic illness or being at a low point in their faith?
You know what? The encouragement I can give others is, though you have a chronic disease or you're going through a low point in your life, I myself, I suffer from lupus, This life is not all we have to live for. There is a life beyond this where there will be no pain and no sorrow. Don't give up. Hold on to God. We can make it like many, many saints before us. God only lets the strongest be tested. He believes in you more than you can ever imagine. Also, just knowing that in 32 years, God has always been there to carry me. He will not stop now. Like it says in Isaiah 40, verse 30 to 31, it says, even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint.
That's awesome. I was going to ask you to share your favorite scripture. So I don't know if that is your favorite scripture or if you have another one that you cling to.
No, actually, I have another one. That's actually my favorite scripture. The one that I've loved since I was a very young disciple is in 2 Chronicles 16, verse 9a, which says, "For the eyes of the Lord reigns throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him." Why is it my favorite? Because knowing that God is there, giving me strength, and in the times my lupus gets me down, gives me strength to get up and get going.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story and just for the encouragement as well. I really hope that it will encourage many others. Thank you for your time.